Ryan's still like a little mini person. She's not really doing much yet.
Right. She's a little blob right now.
Yeah, she's a little baby
not
blob.
Quite, yeah. So she, I think, is just happy getting touched.
She likes like looking at him though, because he'll kind of like lean in and look at her, whether she's like in her stroller or her swing. He'll kind of like lean in and look at her.
He's not always so excited about the idea of going to hang with Ryan, but she can't do anything yet. I think once he can interact with her, he'll be more excited. But he can be really sweet with her. Like she was crying the other day, and he's like, "Why is she crying, Mom? Why is she crying?" I'm like, "Well, she's a baby. She cries. She could be hungry, or she's, could be tired or whatever." And he like went and got his lovey that is like really important to him.
Prize possession number 1.
Yeah, and he laid it on her and he was like, "There, she's gonna make her feel better." I was like, "Oh my God,
By the way,
we like
we both
her."
like burst into tears. We're like,
"He likes her. He likes her." Like,
that's so sweet.
yeah, but he's been the only baby in our family, so it's just gonna take a little adjusting.
Yeah, does he ever
And
get
once
jealous?
we told him too that he got to like set the ground rules for what they play and what they're gonna do, he was like, "Oh, I decide?" We were like, "Yeah, you can basically tell her what you're gonna do." Because she's littler than you. He's like, "Oh, okay." I think he likes that idea too.
He wasn't so pumped like the first time he came over and like the baby wasn't still in her stomach. He was like,
Yeah, I was like, "Who's that?"
Yeah. I think we both dealt with judgment since becoming parents, or even just being, pregnant, about to have a baby. The judgment kind of begins. Like, are you going to have an epidural? Are you going to have a natural birth? Are you going to, it's like you just feel judged talking to other moms, kind of seeing their reaction or what they say to you. I know I felt judged once. I think I fed Luca I breastfed Luca for 6 or 7 months, and then started supplementing with formula. Felt judged, having that conversation with people. So I think we got really inspired when we heard about Similac's campaign that was the sisterhood of motherhood. And, Haylie just had a baby and I have a child and we're as tight as ever. And wanted to be a part of something so positive and really help spread the word about this community and start this conversation online where mothers can share their stories and kind of share what they're going to do to fight against, this judgment and be on a team, together instead of these mommy wars that happen.
I got to watch, Hilary go through this before me, and I watched her feel judgment at different times, and especially very publicly for some things. And, even like choosing to not post pictures of my daughter yet was sort of like, I think subconsciously me kind of shielding her from judgment or, anything that comes along with all of that right in the beginning. So I haven't experienced it myself quite yet because I'm such a new mom, but I've certainly sat back and watched her feel that judgment and tried to be as supportive as I can, when I see her going through things like that.
We are, encouraging moms to go to Similac's Facebook page because they have shot these beautiful videos, and the most recent one is called Real Parents, Real Judgment, and it's just parents talking about, it's one of them was like, okay, your formula-fed baby still goes to college, or your baby doesn't
really
care
simple,
what stroller it rides in, you know what I mean? Or even a family where the dad decides to stay home and the mom works. All of these different questions are brought up, and then it's real people talking about their experiences, and it's really cool. I mean, it
makes it really relatable too. You realize oh, these things that I have told myself or felt myself, other people are feeling them too. And the thing that I think is so special about the Sisterhood of Motherhood campaign is that it's really encouraging you to kind of look at your own behavior and realize that maybe you're one of the people that's putting a little judgment out there too, and it kind of gives you the chance to take a step back and say I'm going to be responsible for what I put out in the world,
Right.
And just to be on each other's team and focus on raising happy, healthy babies instead of how you feed them, what time you put them down, where they sleep.